Hi, I'm Ed O'Neill. I'm head of the architecture program at Brookdale Community College. The architecture program at Brookdale Community College is a 2-year program, and what we do is prepare you for transfer to a 5-year program, which is at the baccalaureate level.
Hi, my name is Anthony Scalise, and I was an architecture student at Brookdale Community College.
My name is Pete Kozelski, and I was an architecture student at Brookdale Community College.
What was actually great about Brookdale for me is that I actually met my now business partner, Pete. We did meet at Brookdale. We were both students here. We developed a friendship, which was great. You know, we kind of helped each other in school throughout. And who knew that, you know, a few years later, we would be business partners and practicing the architecture that we were just learning. So yeah, for me, I think you look back and you really say, wow, you know, that was something special.
The associate degree program at Brookdale is fairly unique. There are only one other program in the state of New Jersey like it. And our program really focuses on the first 2 years. So we mirror the first 2 years of a 5-year program's curriculum. I think our facilities, our attention to personal student needs far exceed what a university can do because we're smaller. We're more intimate. We have more one-on-one student interaction with faculty, learning assistants, and outside professionals.
My name is Nicole Boris, and I'm an architectural graduate from Brookdale Community College. The facilities were really great. We each got our own spot. We got our tables, the computers were great. We had a lot of printers. The teachers definitely introduced us to a lot of different technology aspects in terms of programs. So a lot of schools now are embracing the technology, and we got to learn different software such as Maya, Rhino, Grasshopper. We got to learn the process of 3D printing. So if you make a model on the computer, you can actually print it out on a machine. It's keeping us updated with what the rest of the schools are doing. So it definitely prepared us.
We start them out by doing drawings and building models, and sometimes those models become full scale. We do things with special projects, and we do things digitally so that in the computer you can walk into a virtual world and see what that's going to be like. And again, we take people out to projects all the time, explaining the process of concept through construction, and you can actually walk through and say, take you from the digital walkthrough to an actual walkthrough of the same building and see what the effects are.
Hi, my name is Matt Lita, and I am a graduate of the architecture program at Brookdale.
My name is Jason Joseph, and I'm a graduate at the Brookdale architectural program.
There's definitely a lot more freedom with everybody, including the professor, and that's what made it great, because we would create this family that would essentially go on trips. So they weren't necessarily class trips. It was kind of like a family trip. Like we would be going to New York just to go see any of the buildings. Yeah. We just went and we had a great time, but we also able to experience the buildings, and that's what architecture is. You're experiencing the building, how the building affects you as a person on the human scale.
We have a great transfer record with a lot of different schools. Last year we had students accepted to, I think, 12 or 13 different colleges and universities throughout the country. We had students accepted to schools in California, in Florida, in the Midwest, in the Northeast, all over the country, and our students are sprinkled all over the place. And the great thing about it is they keep coming back and telling us about their experiences, which really helps us guide students as to where to transfer, what might be a better location for them, given their particular interests, desires, and talents.
My future plans after Brookdale are to transfer to a 4-year school and get my degree. I would like to get my master's and see where it goes from there.
I actually had a great transfer process because I went right, you know, we did 2 years at Brookdale. So we had our first studio, you know, first year of studios, we had our second years of studio. And for me, I was able to jump right into the 3rd year of studio. And I remember when I brought my portfolio, which was the other thing that was great about Brookdale, and also just Ed, the professor, who helped us develop our portfolio and make it a strong portfolio. A professor at NJIT sat down with me and he was looking through the portfolio. He said to me, he goes, everything that I see in this portfolio is just as strong as any of the students that started at NJIT in the 1st and 2nd year. So for me, that was great to hear that, you know, everything that happened at Brookdale was a great foundation to further your career?
We are currently going to Pratt in Brooklyn, both of us. We did just get accepted. The things that they do there are amazing. They output so many great things, but they're along the same lines of what comes out of Brookdale. We've worked on projects that, our final project was essentially a second, third year project at Pratt or any other school. We put the same amount of work into that as anyone else did in any other schools, and we're given the same tools to do this.
It's nice to come back to Brookdale to see how the program has continued to grow over the years. When we started out in the program, it was much smaller. It was actually part of the drafting program, and it evolved into really a fully accredited architecture program that has many more resources. There's many more opportunities for the students to learn and to really build a foundation for when they're going to transfer to a 5-year, 4-year architecture program to receive their Bachelor of Architecture.
When I started the program almost 20 years ago, that was the goal. The goal was to provide personal attention to individual needs, because we knew we would have a very diverse group of students coming in. We wanted to embrace that diversity, celebrate it, and then push people into areas where we thought that they could excel.